Hi everybody, I'm back. I forgot to mention it in this morning's video, uh, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it now. You have two quizzes that just opened up today. One of them is an MLA quiz and one of them is a research quiz. These are the quizzes that some of you sent me emails about wanting to know around in early March, wanting to know, well, my syllabus says these MLA and research quizzes are due, and yet I can't get into them. So these are the quizzes that have you couldn't get into them then because I wanted you to wait until now to take them, but they did open up today, and by today I mean Monday, April the 6th. So they opened up today, and you can get into them now, and you should get into them now because their due date is actually next week, which is the 15th, which is what, 9 days from now. So next Wednesday. The purpose of these quizzes, and these quizzes, some of them may look familiar to you because you probably had to take these quizzes also in English 1102, is to build up your research skills and to get you familiar with the MLA formatting that you're going to be required to use on this paper. And we'll talk more about that when we get into the actual research paper video. But there are some resources to help you prepare for these quizzes. There's no reason why you can't get an A on both quizzes. Now, you may not know the first thing about MLA style, and you may not know the first thing about research, but bear with me for the duration of this video, and I'll tell you how you can get A's on these and at the same time learn how to become a better researcher and a better MLA formatter. And let's start with the research quiz. The research quiz is essentially you go in and you actually have to go into the library's website. So you're going to have two windows open at the same time. One window is for the research quiz and the other is for the library's website, which if you go into the Darton homepage, go to the academics. So you've got that very tip-top menu bar, and then you've got that one kind of about, a quarter of the way down the page or whatever. It's the same menu bar that you would use to access, say, like banner registration and perhaps your email. There is a tab for academics. So if you go to that tab for academics, you put your mouse over it. You don't have to click it, but you put your mouse over it, you'll get another little drop-down menu. And on that drop-down menu, I think it's several options down. You'll see one for library. Click on that, and it'll take you to the library homepage. That will be your starting point for the actual research quiz. So if you go into there and you open that, or you open the quiz, excuse me, it will say something like, go into GIL, type in these search terms, put in these parameters. What do you find? And it'll be multiple choice. So if you do everything that it says, go here, here, and here. For example, one of the questions has to do with put in Shakespeare, put in this term, put in blah, blah, blah. How many hits do you get? This is a Galileo question, not a GIL question. But how many hits do you get? One of the four numbers that's an option should be the number on your screen. If it is not, you've probably done something wrong, unless it's off by like maybe 2 or 3 numbers, in which case, somebody's added more articles. But since the quiz has been put together, but you should, by going through the research quiz and taking all the steps that it says, be able to do well on that quiz. There's also a handout that I have in the D2L. And I don't remember which folder it's in. I think it's the MLA folder, for plagiarism. Plagiarism questions will come up either in the MLA quiz or the research quiz. So read over that handout because there will be some plagiarism questions that may be a little tricky, but you need to know these so you don't commit plagiarism on your paper. One thing you'll need to know, and I'll reiterate this a lot when I get into the research paper video that I'm going to make, plagiarism, whether it's accidental or on purpose, is still plagiarism, still gets a 0 in my class. And you don't want zeros on these research papers because they cover too much weight. So that's the research quiz. For the MLA quiz, you have the option of going into the same library website. When you go into the library's website, there will be several links on the homepage. One of them is DSC LibGuides, LibGuides, LibGuides. And in the LibGuides, you will find all kinds of information that will help you on this MLA quiz and on the research quiz. So I would go in there and look around before the research quiz as well. Particularly of interest to you, particularly on the MLA quiz, is You'll go into there, and then there will be an information literacy tab. There'll be several tabs across the top of that page. There'll be one for information literacy. Go into it, and then there will be a couple of videos that talk about learning MLA. There'll also be one in there on plagiarism as well that you might want to look through. But go into the one that says learning MLA. It's a 2-video set. These were put together by Stephanie Cooper, who is the information literacy librarian at Darton State College. She put these together with these quizzes in mind. So if you watch these videos and you take good notes while you're watching the videos, you should, in theory, have no trouble getting an A on the MLA quiz. Now, the MLA quiz and the research quiz combined are only 5% of your overall grade, but there's still 5% of your grade that you can get an A on if you watch these videos before you take the quizzes. So take the time to go into the library's website, watch these videos, take good notes, then take the quizzes, and you should have no trouble doing well on the MLA quiz. Then there is the stuff for the actual research quiz and for doing the research paper altogether. I'll talk a little bit more about the ways that these links can help you on the research paper altogether. In fact, I'll actually wait until that video to go over this. So, again, I would take these quizzes first before you do your research paper, particularly the research quiz, because the skills that the research quiz is asking you to do, and it walks you through these skills step by step, are the skills you will need to do to fulfill the requirements of finding credible sources on that you will need to do well on the actual research paper. So please take the time to do this before you do the research paper itself. If you follow these instructions, you should get A's on both quizzes. Remember, they are due on Wednesday, April the 15th. No exceptions. This quiz will shut down then, and then that'll be it. So please take the time to take these quizzes seriously and do well on them, because 1, they're part of your grade, and 2, because they will help you with the research paper, which will be due towards the end of the semester. So that's all I have on the quizzes. So I would wish you good luck, but if you take the time to go through the LibGuides and take the time to watch the videos and such, you shouldn't need luck. You should be able to just do well pretty easily.